Now, let's know about the author. So, the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo is written by Edward Lear, British artist, author, and poet. He is a well-known poet of humor. Now, let's learn about him. Edward Lear, 12th May 1812 to 29th January 1888, was a British artist, illustrator, author, and poet renowned today primarily for his literary nonsense in poetry and prose. In his childhood, he suffered from ill health. After a long decline in health, he died of heart disease. His principal areas of work as an artist were threefold: as a draughtsman employed to illustrate birds and animals, making colored drawings during his journeys as an author. Lear is principally known for his popular nonsense works rather than travel writer. These show a great ability to use with relish the sound of real and inward English words. The poem The Duck and the Kangaroo is a poem with a touch of little humor. So this is all about the author. Now let's move on to the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo.
Said the duck to the kangaroo,
Children, now let's know the summary of the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo. So the first stanza, it means one day the duck appreciated the kangaroo by saying that it was very nice of the kangaroo to hop like over the fields and the water without stopping. It also added that its life is a bore in that nasty pond and expressed his wish to go out the world beyond hopping like the kangaroo. So in the first stanza, that is, it is appreciating, the duck is appreciating the kangaroo that it is fortunate to hop and jump all over the world, and it is feeling very bad about its life, that is, it is feeling boredom about its life, just having or sitting in the nasty pond, and she wanted to go out the world beyond hopping like the kangaroo. Now moving to the second stanza, ma. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. So it requested the kangaroo to give him a ride on its back. It also answered that it would sit quite still and wouldn't say nothing except quack throughout the whole day, proposed that they would go to the Dee and the Jelly Bolly over the land and over the sea, and pleaded to take it. So now in the second stanza, the duck is requesting the kangaroo to take a ride on its back, and he is telling to the kangaroo that I would sit still, that is, I would sit calmly, I won't say anything, I will just say quack. What is quack, ma? Quack is the sound made by the duck the whole of the long day through. So all the day when you take a ride on your back, I will just say quack but nothing. And we would go to the Dee and the Jelly Bolly over the land and over the sea. So Dee and the Jelly Bolly are nothing but the imaginary places, wonderful places imagined by the poet. So it's requesting the kangaroo to take a ride on its back. So this is all about the summary or the meaning of the first stanza and the second stanza. Coming to the third stanza, ma, said the kangaroo to the duck. This requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatis, said the kangaroo. So now, after the duck requested the kangaroo to give a ride on its back, the kangaroo said to the duck, so you have asked me for a ride on my back, for that I have to think. What is that? As you stay in the water for a long time, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. So when you have or when you sit on my back, so I may get the rheumatis, said the kangaroo to the duck. So as the duck listened to the kangaroo, so it is replying in this way. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my web feet neatly, and to keep out the cold I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I'll smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So as the duck listened to the objection or listened to the problem told by the kangaroo, it said, whatever you told is true. I have thought about it when I was sitting on the rocks, and I decided myself to buy 4 pairs of worsted socks. Worsted means woolen. So I thought myself to buy all these, that is woolen socks and a coat to protect myself from the cold, and a cigar which I smoke to keep myself warm. All to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So, for your sake, for keep me safe and you safe, I have decided to do all this. Now, said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady. And quite at the end of my tail, so away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round, and who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. So now as the duck said that he is going to buy socks and a cigar to smoke and a coat to protect himself from the cold. So the duck is ready to give a ride on its back. So the kangaroo was ready and asked duck to sit steady on its tail. Thus they hopped the whole world 3 times round in the moonlight. They felt very happy. So at the end, who were happy, ma? Yes, both the duck and the kangaroo were happy. Why? As the duck fulfilled its wish of having a round all over the world. Yes, and the kangaroo it helped in fulfilling the desire of the duck to have a round all over the world. So both were happy at the end of this poem. So what is the poem about? It's about the duck and the kangaroo. So this is the summary of the poem, Duck and the Kangaroo. At the end, who is happy? Yes, both duck and kangaroo are happy.